Martin, the accomplished co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots, is a renowned author, podcaster, and filmmaker. She has been named one of Time magazine's most influential people in the world, and for good reason. Martin's latest documentary, Innovation Race, is a powerful expose that sheds light on China's troubling efforts to hijack America's economic innovation and national security. It highlights the urgent need to take back what is rightfully ours. China's growing dominance in the technology industry has set a dangerous precedent. If any other country were to surpass us in innovation, they would dictate the baseline for the creation of new technologies. This would mean that we would have to turn to them for essential technologies such as base stations for 5G and artificial intelligence. We cannot allow this to happen. China has a well-established model of addressing our processes, and they do it with great precision. They evade, embrace, and eventually supplant. They are always thinking about who will be in charge and who will be on top. On the other hand, American corporations do not think in those terms. This is a critical issue that needs to be addressed before it is too late. The issue of China stealing American technology and innovation is not only concerning but is also happening at an alarming rate. Unfortunately, most Americans are unaware of the magnitude of this problem. It is important to understand that when we invent or innovate something new, we hold the rights to that technology, but China has been stealing it from us. This is a significant problem that has persisted for a long time. What is even more concerning is that China has strengthened its patent system, while America has weakened ours. It is essential to know that patents and intellectual property are protected under Article 1 of the Constitution. Therefore, this is not just a matter of national security, but it is also a matter of preserving our property rights. It is crucial to recognize that China does not hold the same respect for property rights and human rights as America does. Therefore, their protection of intellectual property is questionable. We cannot afford to let this issue go unchecked any longer. It is deeply concerning that many American inventors are no longer patenting their new technologies here in the U.S. Instead, they are either taking their inventions to China or hiding them from the world altogether. This is not only a matter of lost opportunities but also a significant issue of intellectual property theft. It is clear that we need to do something differently to protect the intellectual property created by American minds. One of the critical things we need to do is to prioritize the protection of the first to invent. We have deviated from this crucial principle, where the person who races to the patent office to patent an invention is the one who gets to protect it. We must return to the principle where the first person to invent something has the right to protect it. This will incentivize inventors to patent their inventions in the U.S. and prevent them from taking their intellectual property overseas. Another crucial thing we need to do is to strengthen our patent system. We need to ensure that the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has the necessary resources to process patent applications quickly and efficiently. We also need to have harsher penalties for those who steal intellectual property, whether it is domestically or abroad. In conclusion, we cannot afford to continue losing intellectual property to China or any other country. We need to prioritize protecting the first to invent, strengthen our patent system, and increase penalties for intellectual property theft. The importance of protecting intellectual property cannot be overstated, and injunctive relief is a crucial tool in doing so. When someone is attempting to steal your intellectual property, the court system can provide injunctive relief, which stops them in their tracks. This legal term may seem complex, but it is essential to know that it can provide a powerful defense against intellectual property theft. Another crucial element is the Court of Experts, which is currently in place. After the United States Patent and Trademark Office has given a patent, experts can review it and determine if it is valid. This helps prevent invalid patents from being granted, which could otherwise lead to more intellectual property theft. Moreover, we must also prioritize educating the public on the importance of intellectual property protection. It is critical to understand that intellectual property is not just the right to own an idea, it is a fundamental aspect of property rights, and it is enshrined in our Constitution. We need to make sure that people understand the importance of protecting their intellectual property, and we need to provide them with the necessary resources to do so. It is concerning that patent holders can be subjected to numerous threats to their patents, even after they have been validated by the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The current court system has led to numerous invalidations of patents, causing immense financial losses to patent holders. It is critical to understand that intellectual property is not just the right to own an idea, it is a fundamental aspect of property rights, and it is enshrined in our Constitution. Therefore, it should not be abused or threatened once it has been granted. The legal system should protect patent holders from those who steal their ideas, and it should not be abused to invalidate patents repeatedly. When someone steals an idea or invention, they are essentially stealing someone else's intellectual property. This theft can lead to the loss of millions, if not billions, of dollars for the rightful patent holder. This is unacceptable and needs to be addressed. It is essential to ensure that our legal system is designed to protect and uphold the property rights of patent holders. We must also ensure that there are harsh penalties in place for those who steal intellectual property. By doing so, we can promote a culture of innovation where inventors are rewarded for their ideas and not robbed of their hard work and creativity. In conclusion, we must ensure that our legal system protects the intellectual property of patent holders and provides them with the necessary defense against theft. We must also have harsh penalties in place for those who steal intellectual property. By doing so, we can promote a thriving culture of innovation where inventors are rightfully rewarded for their ideas and where property rights are respected and upheld. The theft of American intellectual property by China is a significant issue that needs to be addressed urgently. As highlighted in our second documentary on the patent system, it is a challenging and complex problem that has resulted in immense financial losses for patent holders. One such example is the story of the man who invented a bunch of balloons, and his intellectual property was stolen by another company. Although he was ultimately able to keep his patent, this is an exception to the rule due to changes in laws and some bad court decisions since 2010. China has not just spied but stolen American property in numerous ways, and some of those involved have been identified as working for the Communist Chinese Party, such as the UCLA professor. The alarming truth is that we are surrounded by people who are truly our enemies, and we must act to protect our property and innovations. The patent system is not just an esoteric topic but a critical aspect of the race between America and China when it comes to technological innovation. It is not a left or right issue, it is an American issue that we must get right for the sake of our future. We need to ensure that our patent system is strengthened and fixed, and we need to pay attention to the bills being introduced in Congress to ensure they are effective. In conclusion, it is crucial to address the theft of American intellectual property by China urgently. The protection of intellectual and physical property is a fundamental aspect of American innovation and has been a key driver of the country's success. America has been protecting intellectual property in a way that had never been done before our country formed, which has led to an unparalleled level of innovation globally. Inventors would come to America to patent their ideas, knowing that their property would be protected. We need to continue to prioritize the protection of intellectual property to foster a culture of innovation that will lead us into the future. The film is an essential resource that will open people's eyes to the magnitude of the problem and the numerous ways in which people are trying to steal American ideas. These are ideas that may have started on a kitchen table but went to the laboratory and have the potential to change the world. It is critical to protect these ideas and ensure that inventors receive the recognition and compensation they deserve for their hard work and creativity. In conclusion, the protection of intellectual property is a fundamental aspect of American innovation that has led to a culture of unparalleled creativity and success. It is vital that we continue to protect intellectual property to maintain America's status as a global leader in innovation. The film will serve as an eye-opening resource for people to understand the magnitude of the problem and the importance of protecting our ideas and inventions from being stolen. We must act now to safeguard our intellectual property and ensure a bright future for American innovation.